Rangers fans unhappy with former boss's remarks and criticise ex-Ibrox man's ambition. Rangers fans have reacted unhappily to ex-boss Mark Warburton's comments about the beginning of his final season in charge. Warburton led Rangers to promotion in 2015-16, before being sacked midway through the 2016-17 season. Speaking to Planet Radio, Warburton said that the club did him no favours upon their return to the Premiership by putting him under pressure from day one. Warburton blamed the messaging at Ibrox on their first day of the 2016-17 season, with the "going for 55" banners, making clear Rangers were immediately pushing to win the title. The team fell short, with Warburton's spell unravelling after a 5-1 loss to Celtic in the second month of the season. Warburton said, "There were lots of highs, getting back to the Premier League, but for me, when we walked out for that, going for 55, in that first game against Hamilton, my heart sank. That wasn't the message. I walked back into my office and Davey Weir said, 'What on earth is that?' Had it said, 'Great to be back,' that type of message, anything but going for 55, because immediately the fans were just in raptures, and that to me killed us from the outset." Rangers supporters were not left impressed with Warburton's comments, stating that he clearly lacked the right mindset. New boss Steven Gerrard has made clear he is up for the challenge and wants Rangers to win the title this season. There is no shying away from it. Here is a look at their reaction to Warburton's comments. "That's the reason he isn't a manager at the minute, Greg Taylor, at RightTaylor1, February 7, 2019 which is the reason you failed as Rangers manager, Mark. It's the reason you bolted to Nottingham and failed there too. We can all be glad you're no longer here with that loser's attitude. J1MB0W, at J1MBO, February 7, 2019 and that's why he's no longer here. How's that management career going? In fact, John Woods, at JohnWoods88, February 7, 2019 now it's the fans' fault he wasn't good enough. Beggars Bank at 68, at Beggars Bank at 1, February 7, 2019 no mentally stable Rangers fan expected us to waltz into the place and take the title off Celtic at our first attempt. What we did expect though was gradual improvement. Not a manager who jumped ship at first sign of trouble. West Mids Loyal, at West Mids Loyal, February 7, 2019 If this was the sort of defeatist tone that was in our changing room at the time, then I now can't say I'm at all surprised that Joey Barton went hell for leather at them after the game at CP. Woeful, Graham Campbell, at Graham C1, February 7, 2019 tried to play champagne football with no plan B, signed and gave long contracts to utter guff players, went for quantity over quality. Completely out his depth, Graham Dirty, at Tailsy2, February 7, 2019 What is he on about? Subs after 60 minutes, standards poor as Barton and Windass have pointed out, not willing to give players the hairdryer when required. That is not the Rangers fans' fault. If the team was improving the fans would have stood by him. It was awful in the end. Ricky Forbes, at Ricky9 Forbes, February 7, 2019 just shows his mentality was all wrong. Like us or hate us, we are a big club in Scotland and going for a title is our mandate every year. He's talking from the experience of Brentford manager small-time thinker. Alan Patton, at AlanPation18, February 7, 2019.